Hello, my name's Preston, and I'm going to be teaching you a bit of Java. Right here we have a code. It's one class, and it's 82 lines long. I typed it in Notepad, and I copied and pasted it so it doesn't have any indentations or anything. It doesn't skip any lines. Sorry if you prefer it to be organized. And also I apologize if it would be easier if I were, typing it out while doing this video, but let's see how well this works. I'm going to do it just teaching you line for line what this means and just how it works. And after I teach you each line, I will show you the output. Actually, I'll show you the output right now. Okay, so right now it just prints out the name of the program and this on the screen, and what I can do is I can print out I type out, okay, how many numbers do I have to calculate the average for? Let's do 3, and I can type in negatives, numbers with decimals, big numbers, or I can type it in really small numbers. And it will calculate the average for it, as you can see right here. Now also, let's run it again. If I type out a wrong number, like let's say type in -5, can't calculate the average for that many numbers in this program, and invalid number right there. It also prints out this still, but I may fix that later and update this video if I do. And I may also try and make the code shorter. And if I do, I will update the video, but just for now, I'll show you how this works. Okay, so let's get started here. First line, first of all. Now, this is importing a utility in Java that's name is Scanner. Scanner makes it so I can type something out into a keyboard, and I can do that with the keyboard being able to read it, and using the keyboard to the application's advantage. Right here, the second line, this is saying the program starting here. The computer needs to know where each part of the program is starting, including when the program's actually starting. So it starts right here. Again, this is the main method. It makes it so it's saying, okay, here's the main part of the program. This is where the main part of the program is starting. Okay, line 4. System out print. This is making it print out something on the screen. And also the LN means it's going to start a new line after it's printed out, which is why this was below this, This is making it so I can use the scanner. This is how you use the scanner. Also, you use this and this to use the scanner. So whatever I type into a keyboard is equal to number of grades at this part. Right here, I have 3 doubles, which doubles are numbers that can have a decimal point in them, like 1.76 or -5.89, who knows, whatever number with a decimal. An integer is just a counting number that can be negative or positive. I'm assigning these two and this to be equal to 0, but right now I'm just telling the computer, okay, in the future there's going to be a double named number. Okay, another thing's printing out on the screen and starting a new line right after it's printed out. So you can see right here. And by the way, if you're wondering, the reason why I have these semicolons are because after each statement, the computer needs to see this. You just put these after statements, like something that the computer is going to do. Like integer counter is equal to 0, that's a statement. Saying there's going to be a double named number is a statement, you know. Printing out something is a statement. Right here, we're making a new integer named number of grades, and it's going to be equal to whatever we type in. So yeah, now we're printing out enter your number, then press enter, blah blah blah. By the way, the ending of this right here, because you can't see the rest, is just the same as this right here. Now we're starting a switch. Now a switch allows you to test out multiple cases in which depending on what something is equal to or unequal to, it makes it so you can do things for certain situation. You can do, like right here we see different cases. In fact, we see 10. It makes it so you can have the computer do this for this situation or something else for that situation. So the switch is using the integer stored in number of grades, and now number of grades is the number we're using. Since we don't know exactly, since it can be different numbers, we're going to have something for each different number. Case 2. Now the number after the case is going to be what number of grades is equal to. So if number of grades is equal to 2, then it's going to be using case 2. Let's see. So case 2 is saying, well, the counter is less than 2. It's saying, well, the counter is under 2. It's going to have the number equals to number we started up here and counter we started up here, as you can see, two variables, but number wasn't assigned to something because number is going to equal the whatever we type in, and it's double because it's going to be, we can type in, we may need to find the average of a number with a decimal point, you know. And well, the counter is less than 2. Let's do this. Let's have number equals to whatever we input, and let's also have total equals total plus number. So it's going to keep adding total as long as counter is under 2. And also let's have the counter keep going up, incrementing it by 1. That means that's going to add 1 to it. So until it's 2, it will keep having 1 added to it. And then we're going to calculate it after the while statement. So now we know what the average is of our two numbers. So this is if we chose to have two numbers calculated. And then break is saying that after this is done, The break statement will stop this loop that is happening. It will make it stop. It will stop the current loop, and it will start with the code after it. So there's this loop that's going on. Well, whatever loop's going on before it will stop doing that loop. Here we just have the different cases. It's basically the same thing, but depending on what counter, what we typed in, it's going to need to calculate the average for it. So let's say average is equal to, let me just type this out. Average is equal to all the numbers added together. So let's say we have 5 numbers. All the numbers added together and then divided by the number of numbers. So if we have 2 numbers, then we're going to need to add all the numbers together, which is what this is doing right here. It's adding all the numbers together and then dividing it by the amount of numbers, which is what we entered, and is equal to counter. So not counter, sorry. It's equal to number of grades, which before I had named this GPA calculator to calculate grade point averages, but it can be used for more than that. Just it calculates averages, So anyways, we have this repeated over to fit each number that we could have put in all the way up to 10. So if we need to calculate the average for 11 numbers, we couldn't, but we can calculate up to 10. So anyways, the while, wait, never mind, I already said that. And default, let's look at this. This is saying if none of these apply, like let's say we typed in 11, if that doesn't apply to any of the numbers. So if we typed in 11, then it needs something to do for, if we typed in 11, it needs a different situation. So default's what it does if none of those apply. And it'll say invalid number. And finally, it will print out this after. So right here is the end of the switch, and this is the end of the main part of the program. Here's the end of the program. So there we go.